Welcome back to another unexpectedly random product review. Hello! I don't remember how his voice went, but I just have one question. What did you do to my Fruit Loops? These are not fruit. They are loops, but they're not fruit. What gives? So, these are cocoa loops. These are, in fact, new, and they are made with cocoa, which I would expect, considering they're cocoa loops. Um, that's about how I felt looking at these. I'm like, cocoa loops? Why? We have cocoa puffs and cocoa other things, and then it's like, wait, this is fruity pebbles and cocoa pebbles all over again. It's fruity loops and cocoa loops. Next, we're gonna have I don't whatever else is chocolatey. We're gonna have, well, we already kind of do with the tricks stuff, but it's, I guess it's a different brand or different line. Anyway, so cocoa loops. I don't know what to think of this. There's one possibility that will be detrimental to my experience here today, and that is if these are rock hard. The mark of a good cocoa thing in cereal form, and it's delimited by the the threshold between generic cocoa puffs and name brand cocoa puffs. And the reason there's a delimiter there is because of a problem that I've run into with like Great Value or store brand cocoa puffs. There is always a handful of the little cocoa nuggets, the cocoa puffs, that are not puff. That thing is a literal chocolate boulder in that box. That thing is so rock hard. You gotta soak it for like 3 days in your cereal or in your milk for it to actually soften up. And even then, it's still going to chip your tooth. I mean, I'm not even kidding when I tell you that I cry a little bit every time I have to bite into one of those rock hard little actual rocks, I think, in some cases, in a generic Cocoa Puff. Now, name brand, what is it? Is it Kellogg's Cocoa Puffs? If it is, that's going to be embarrassing for them. Um, if if the name brand, they do great. They're fluffy. They're not hurting my teeth. And I've maybe once, but probably never encountered one of those rock hard little chocolate crater causing boulders. So, with that rant out of the way, if these are rock hard, it's over, Kellogg's. I mean, it's just over. Not even gonna play that game because it's not worth it. There's this on the back in case you want to do the maze that's blocked out or something. Notice the nephews, this nephew, and this niece. Their nose is one segment of his nose. See, purple. I can't point backwards, so green and red. There's no orange, so orange is his authentic color. Okay, so that completely bizarre assessment out of the way. Yeah, so cocoa loops. They smell cocoa-y. Bag opens reasonably easily. They smell cocoa-y. Actually, to be totally honest, they smell very similar to the chocolate shards of Kellogg. Well, actually, it's the same brand. They did a chocolate like glazed um frosted flake. Literally, it was like glass. So again, it was painful to eat. It smells identical to that. It really does. So they're sizable loops, and this is actually a perfect stuck together example. Um, they're substantial as far as their looping is concerned. Nice focus. Good job, camera. So yeah, that's bunk. That's cool. Um, I don't know. Easiest way to find out. They're mildly sweet. They've got a little bit of a cocoa flavor, a little bit of a cocoa bitterness, and kind of a core taste of Cheerios, which is also a Kellogg's brand, isn't it? Or is it Post? I don't know. That's not what we're reviewing. Preliminarily, it's not breaking my teeth, so that's a good sign. But it only takes one rock hard loop to spoil the whole box. That's like a metaphor for life or something. So, as I mentioned in the last episode that you may or may not have seen, I'm going to go ahead and roll this down and clamp the bag shut, because there's nothing worse than spilling a potentially delicious box of cereal and then having to clean it up. And that's probably the more significant factor. Let me scoot you back here. And by you, I mean my audio receiver, which is just a fancy word for microphone. And we're gonna milk pour on the cereal because that's the order of words. I think I may have just dripped on me. Oh well. So, it's also supposed to make my milk chocolatey. I don't know that we're going to linger here long enough for that. That is so much better in milk, which is impressive because most of these, the milk takes away from it, and they end up being better dry. 100% still better in milk. Flavor wise, the corn base, the like puffed corn base, is still very prominent. It tastes a lot like a Cheerio, almost like a chocolate Cheerio or a cocoa Cheerio, because those are significant distinguishments, delimiting definitions. I don't know why I got stuck on the delimiting factor. The chocolate flavor is a little too mild for my preference, but it does appear to be chocolifying my milk I made that word up. Slowly. Comparatively slowly, I guess. It's only been a couple of minutes and it's already turning, so there's it does that as intended. Flavor wise, it's all right. It's kind of similar to Cocoa Puffs. With maybe a little less of the cocoa-y flavor. So, it's not bad if you had access to it and needed a chocolatey sort of breakfast. It'd be worth a try. And I haven't had any rock hard ones yet, so that's a good sign. All in all, I'd say it's worth a shot. If you've tried it, let me know what you thought. It needs more chocolate though. That's how I would improve it. Make it better. So I am glad that there weren't any rock hard ones in what I had. Um, that was my biggest concern. And otherwise, flavor's reasonable. It's chocolatey. It's surprising coming from Fruit Loops, considering it's not Fruit Loops, it's Cocoa Loops. But same toucan Sam, running the show. So yeah, let me know what you thought if you've tried it. If you haven't, let me know why. Because we can. Oh, we probably need a thumbnail here. Let's see what kind of thumbnail we can get. Let me do this number and see if I can pour it into my face. I don't know. That might be good. Okay. Surely there's something there that'll work. But that's all I got. I hope you guys enjoyed. We will see you next time. Of course, until then, stay random. This has been another unexpectedly random product review.